Bruh, look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.
This is probably what went through some of your minds while I was watching Naruto vs. Pain. What happened? Hey everyone, before I start this video, I just wanted to mention this video is sponsored by Bookwalker. Anime Ballsy, what is Bookwalker? Well, it's a site which sells manga for your favorite anime. You can read these on your mobile phone with their app or online, and using our coupon code gets you $5 for free. You can literally buy a book that's worth $4 with our code and get it for free basically. Or a $6 book and buy it for $1. I hope you guys check it out, and I have a few recommendations on my link, including Arjun, Fate Stay Night, Fullmetal Alchemist, Parasite, No Game No Life, and Black Butler. Just go and take a look and use our coupon code and see what happens. So the infamous Naruto vs. Pain fight, evidently one of the best arcs of the whole series agreed upon the whole Naruto fanbase. I'd say it's in the top 3 best arcs in the whole anime, but another reason why it's remembered so much by the community is the animation. Why did the fight turn out that way? Some of us found it hilarious, some of us didn't even question it, and we were just hyped up to see that fight and at that age, and some of us were thinking, what the fuck? At the time this episode aired, which happened to be the 167th episode, the whole thing became a meme at the time, especially the scene where Pain punches the ground while shouting, "My pain is far greater than yours." From the manga to anime, you can see a clear difference in artwork and the vision of how this fight actually turned out. So why did the animation turn out this way in one of the best fights of all time in Naruto? First things first, animation is expensive. An average 20-minute episode of anime costs on average around $140,000. Some sources have been stated that 12-episode anime costs $2 million, which brings it up to $166,000 per episode. Keeping this in mind, when a production company decides the most important episodes, such as the pilots, the bangers, and the finales, these episodes get priority, meaning other episodes most likely will fall shorter and conserve production costs. As I stated in my previous videos, money is to be made in the anime industry. Executives can meddle in, and sometimes this can cause a loss of quality as well as a lot of outsourcing. A lot of the times, shonen anime have different people work on each episode because this will provide an opportunity to each person to showcase their experience and expertise as well as skills, or maybe they specialize in depicting fight choreography, for example. This is what happened with Naruto vs. Pain. I'm not sure if this is a solidified reasoning or 100% confirmation, however, one thing to keep in mind during the Naruto vs. Pain arc was the majority of animators who were regularly working on Naruto went on to go to work on the movie, which was coming out around the same time. The movie was called Naruto Shippuden The Lost Tower, and it came out on the 31st of July 2010. The 167th episode of Naruto Shippuden, which has its infamous scenes, came out around this time, as well as which aired on July the 1st. Production of both this arc and the movie were going on at the same time. The movie also features Minato Namikaze, and he's on the poster. This was perfectly set up because we only just found out in the anime that Minato was the father of Naruto, and this would have helped drive sales to learn more about Minato. This obviously took a lot of planning, and this had taken place as a marketing scheme to make more money, and also for Naruto's case to get more viewers watching the show. The movie grossed 1 billion yen at the box office. An animated feature film movie is different from an anime because a viewer is actually paying for a cinema ticket to watch. This means the quality of animation has to be much more higher quality than the average Naruto episode. When it comes to a long-running shonen series such as Naruto or Dragon Ball, when it comes to how the manga is adapted and depicted in the anime, the most influential person to the quality of the episode is the animation director. However, these long-running series tend to have different animation directors often. That's why you see a drastic shift sometimes, and this is what happened with Naruto vs Pain. The animation director for the infamous moments in the Naruto vs Pain fight was Atsushi Wakabayashi. An animation director is the director in charge of all aspects of the animation process during the production of an episode. This can include directing the storyboard of the Naruto vs Pain fight, the character designs, background animation and other aspects, as well as the position itself is just about consistency. Animation directors have to check key frames being created for the episode. Making corrections where necessary is very important. So during the Naruto vs Pain fight, every fight we see in Naruto and the anime itself that are adapted from the manga has some filler. This is to add to the fullness, impact and spectacle we are watching. They create a storyboard. Key animators start their work in creating their drawings, and then they are assigned scenes and frames they have to do. They essentially are drawing positions or expressions of a character within a scene. A good example would be when Pain was starting his punch in this scene, starting the punch frame and the landing of that frame. The number of frames put into this scene is based upon the vision, intentions and decision based on the animation director, which happens to be Atsushi Wakabayashi. This vision is based upon their artistic style they want to represent, as well as the budget constraints and nature of the scene at the time. Every episode of Naruto would probably have around 20 animators working on it. Everyone in charge of separate sections of the storyboard. The animation directors decides to express this animation, imbuing all scenes with their style to these people. For Naruto vs Pain, Atsushi Wakabayashi decided to use a different animation style which gave a action a flow and energy to showcase the grand scale of the battle. If you think about it, Pain destroyed Konoha with one jutsu, Shinra Tensei. He was one of the strongest people we have ever known at this point and came close to killing all our favorite characters. The style incorporated in these fight scenes either appeal to you or it doesn't. It's that simple. Does the style take you out of the Naruto universe and ruin the atmosphere? Yes or no? I remember when I was watching this fight when I was 18 and thought, why does he look so weird? But I did feel as though it does show how crazy, flashy and powerful everything is, but the question did go through my head. But I understood why, maybe because I was studying media studies at college and knew about filming, directing and animation already. The upscale of power from this fight from the previous was huge. Naruto just gained Sage Mode and Pain had his Rinnegan. These were two ninja who became prodigies. Jiraiya thought himself that Nagato was the prophecy child. Then he realized Naruto was. It just further proves how the anime was trying to emphasize how impactful this fight will be. They were supposed to be god tier powerful compared to everyone else, so the animation style news was trying to connote that very fact. I think this is what Atsushi Wakabayashi was trying to characterize. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about this fight and what was your reaction when you watched it? So who is Atsushi Wakabayashi anyway? Well, he isn't a novice, he worked on Naruto before. He was the lead behind Sasuke vs Orochimaru, Hiruzen Sarutobi vs Hashirama and Tobirama, as well as Naruto vs Sasuke at the Valley of the End. All of these fights are amazing and showcases his talents, sealed on one of the stamps of approval of why we actually like this series. The taijutsu fight choreography is amazing. These episodes speak volumes of how talented he is and the potential. Saying the guy is absolute trash isn't really valid because the history is there. No one really complains about those other fights he directed. Atsushi was actually an animator himself earlier in his career, but he stated he got bored of drawing other people's storyboards. He realized it was easier for him to think about flow of a scene and draw keyframes himself. That's when he decided he wanted to be a director. Atsushi has worked on other anime such as Yu Yu Hakusho and even Gurren Saga. As a director, you're able to take all decisions or add your touch to everything, but Atsushi mentioned that in his style, it can't be helped that entrusting the people around the episode is something he does while directing. All in all, Naruto vs Pain for that particular episode does have a stylistic animation style. Atsushi is not a bad director. He's responsible for making some of the greatest fights in the anime. The scene gained infamy because of how different it was represented. It was something we haven't seen before and didn't match the style according to some. To put it simply, Pain is meant to be a stoic, calm and composed character. It was part of his charm and why Naruto fans loved him. It was chilling. So having Pain get his face animated quite weirdly and he looks quite funny, comparing it to the manga would always make some fans think something went wrong. I feel as though the director Atsushi added so much to the fight scenes to make it seem more empowering and emotional, as both ninja share the same goal with opposing ideals, that the battle should represent the world's fate. Making the animation in this way only made it more memorable and epic. However, the argument you can oppose again to this, as in, yes, I do understand the artistic vision towards the fight and the reasoning behind it, but the animation was demonstrated badly. Everyone can argue the point that freeze framing, for example, in any anime at a particular point can make it look funny and stupid because it isn't meant to be visible in motion, right? Even if it's top notch and an A grade episode that's, you know, something like One Punch Man. But the animation in Naruto vs Pain episode is poorly shown without having the need to even do freeze framing. You can actually see the deformity of the characters and how they are wrong. Even so, another point to make is that this animation style has been used before with greater results, which showcases it can be done better for Naruto vs Pain. Something kinda went wrong. It could have been multiple things, time constraints, or an experimental vision that went wrong, or the animator's fault due to their lack of experience and interest. There is some evidence to this because as a director, you're choosing to frame by frame showcase what the characters will be like, right? You're literally looking at a subpar art form or shit, right? If someone animated this and they've showed it to you as a director, you would say, hey, this shit looks good, you know, this shit looks good. Let's make more shit and make it an animation. Literally, that's what happened with that punch scene and the Roadrunner scene. He wanted to do it. The choreography is another thing people argue about in the Naruto vs Pain fight. In some parts, it genuinely looks like a Tom and Jerry fight or Looney Tunes. But hey, at the end of the day, as Naruto fans, we can appreciate it and love the fight animated, if anything. You know, in the manga it was a drawing and we finally got it animated, so we got the best of both worlds. There is no harm in criticizing, however, something that you have in your mind and you want to discuss it, guys. So that leaves the question back to you. What do you think happened, and did you enjoy the fight? I'm pretty sure we all forgiven and forgotten what happened. I loved it, I don't care. I think Naruto vs Pain is one of the best fights of all time in the show. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button and follow us on social media. You can buy our t-shirts as well. Obviously, leave any video ideas below and I'll see you guys next time as always.